Yeah, there's a formula for finding truth. Truth is nothing but that which is. So all you have to do is just ask questions. That's how you find out the truth about anything. I mean, all problems, I don't care what kind of problem it is, it's been proven. This is not Neely Fuller talking. This is pure logic. This is pure science that came with the creator of the universe. Put this in the universe. It's called questions and answers. I didn't invent it. That's all you have to do. That's how every problem that's ever been solved has been. Going to the moon was solved through the process of questions and answers. Somebody asked a question maybe 10 million years ago. What in the world is that? That thing that's up there. You know, what is that? I mean, what does it do? I mean, you know, what is it? What is it? Okay? Sometimes it seems like it's far away. Sometimes it seems like it's up close. Sometimes it seems like it's so up close you can reach out and touch it. Okay? And other times it seems like it moves around. What is it? And then somebody says, I don't know. It's just something. You know, let's call it a moon. I mean, you know, well, what is the moon? I don't know. It's just, we call it a moon, all right? It gives off a little bit of light at night sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't. Okay, so somebody else 1,000 or 2 million years later said, you think we can get there? So somebody probably tried to get there. They probably tried to put up some type of kite or something, thought that it would get there, or they could climb a mountain. Like I saw in a cartoon, people climbing a mountain thinking that if they got to the top of the mountain, they could reach out and grab the moon because it looks like the moon was right behind the mountain. You know, they even wrote songs about it. But they went there and they found out that didn't work. So, but eventually somebody kept asking questions. I think there might be a way to get there, and we ask enough questions about how. We can probably get there and find out really what it's like, okay, by being there. And when a man named John Kennedy suggested it, it sounded like a lunatic idea. Because for millions of years it sounded like a lunatic idea. All right? They say, you know, they wrote songs saying, reaching for the moon. But there's an old saying, be careful what you say can't be done, because some damn fool will come along and do it. Okay? So, let's get back to racism. A lot of people say that racism, there ain't nothing you can do about it. But the compensatory counter-racist concept, based on this thing about questions and answers, say that anything that people put together, and racism is put together by people, by the way, can be taken apart by people. It's just a matter of figuring out how it's put together. And how do you figure out how anything is put together, including religious discussions? How are they put together? They're put together by questions and answers. Okay? That's how religions are formed. I understand that the persons they call Jesus, from what some preachers have told me, had a question when he left here. When there were plenty of witnesses around other than the lady who came and found that the rock had been rolled away, if I remember the story correctly. But while he was being led to be put on that cross, he had a question. And I think, if I recall correctly what the preachers say, I don't know, I wasn't there, but if I recall correctly, and people can correct me if I'm in error, the last thing he did was ask a question. My God, why hast thou forsaken me? Now, there might be some scholars who will say, no, that wasn't his last, that wasn't his last words. His last words, he asked for water, so here we got another circle again. That's why you have a different church on every corner, by the way, because some preacher disagreed with some other preacher about what it meant, about something that was said by Ezekiel. And so he went off and got his own church and told everybody else, don't y'all go down there because them people don't know what they're doing. Okay? And then some people have even had wars about it. There, and after all, if you're talking about Christianity, now right now, Islam is on the front burner. But we've had so-called Christian wars. They had what they call King Richard and his crusades. Crusade comes from the word cross. Them people over there don't believe what I believe. They don't interpret the Bible like I believed it. So I'm going to go over there and show them. Well, how are you going to do that, Richard? I'll show them by the sword. They'll believe it after I get through putting this whooping on them. And so they had something called the Crusades. Crusades meaning we're carrying a cross over there, but we're carrying it in the form of a sword. So people have thought about religion. Black people don't want to get into that no more. Don't fight not one thing about religion. Man, no, absolutely, except one. Like I put it in my textbook, I'm against one religion for sure, and that's the religion of white supremacy, which I say is the strongest religion on the planet right now as we speak. There's no religion stronger than the religion of white supremacy. By what, Paul? By definition. Definition of what? Definition of religion. A strong belief backed up by action. Now, the white supremacists are the only people that I know of who have a religion that practice every bit of it. They don't cut corners nowhere. Man, when they practice white supremacy, they practice it. And they practice it 24/7. They don't let up. They don't skip over any part of their religion. Whereas the people that I've been around in my existence, sometimes I will question them. Go to that question again. I'll say, I thought you told me your religion requires you to do such a thing. Well, you know how it is, you know. I mean, we all have lapses. Oh, well, this lapse seemed to have lasted a long time. Why is that? Oh, well, you know, that's just a sign. Well, that's something I decided that I was going to make an exception to. Oh, you're going to make an exception to your religion. You told me this, your religion required you to do this and this and this. Now you, out of those 3 things or 4 things or 10 things that you mentioned, you made an exception to 1 or 2 of them because you found it to be what? Did you find it to be convenient? See, I'm going to ask that question. Well, yeah, because, you know, pressure was on me. So I had to tell the people, you know, well, yeah, I'll go along with what they say on this one because, you know, so I did, you know, I had to throw that part of my religion out the window. I mean, for at least a couple of years. Oh, so then you didn't have your religion. You didn't practice your religion. Well, you know, no, you can say that. Well, I just said it. I'm asking a question. Did you or didn't you? Well, I didn't. Okay, all right. But you said that's your religion. Well, now, get back to the point that I'm making. The white supremacists don't do that because the name of their religion is not Christianity, Islam, Buddhism. They'll say that. Judaism, no. A white supremacist will say that they are anything, Republican, Democrat, Communist, Capitalist. They'll say anything. But they believe in and practice one thing, white supremacy. That's it. That's all they believe in, and nothing else.